Jane. It's Saturday here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And it's time to do some art for Art Bank Calendar. Have my papers here. Watercolour gesso is the theme of today. Oh, creative pattern washi tapes. How am I going to fit all the washi tapes in one thing? I don't know, but let's just see what happens. I had so much fun yesterday. Oh, was that in this journal or a different journal? Might have been in a different journal. With the, it was in the big journal, now I remember. With the stamps and creating some little Christmas angels that I thought I might like to combine things again today. Let's just see what happens. I've got out my goddesses, my art foamy goddesses, and I thought we might do something like we did yesterday. I've got wings, and let me pop this here. I just got a cute text from my my sister. Let's have a little McSquizzyson in here. Maybe some of my stamps, like combining two different types of stamps. Let's do it. So the art foamies and the other stamps are really quite different because the materials are so different. So I'm just going to grab, because hashtag can never be organised enough, okay. But it's alive, you know, I just give myself that grace. I'm here of my own free will, of my own accord. Right. And then I saw these ones. So I've got these gorgeous faces. This is the one I used yesterday. And I used, well, not one of these, but one of the other. Oh, see, these are very goddessy to me as well. This is Venus. And in the background here, I've already got my watercolour gesso. I haven't even said hello to you all. Hey, Sarah, Michelle, Zandra, Christine. Oh, it's so nice to see you all. Okay. Rightio. I just thought, what happens if, you know, we went a little bit wild, and we might even turn her into a cat. Why not? We could do everything. So the thing with art foamies is these are far more receptive to more media and more varied media and different media. I really like them because we can also build up this big size, and the more imperfect they look, the impression, the better they look. Whereas with the clear type of stamp, these are the super detail, you know, really the better the impression you get, the better it's going to look. So that, and it doesn't work with as many media, but you do get that extra, like, tiny little details that we can pop in there. So it's just a little combination of both. Now I might use, let me just think. So these I've got, these have only just come out if you haven't seen them, and Art Foamies is based in America. So artfoamies.com, or I've got my collection on my website, of course. And I've been especially using the marzipan twists, and these are a super soft smudgy crayon. I've got them here in the cute box. This is the brand new set, just to show you the two different colours. This is Gelato in Rome. This is Jelly Bean Queen. And these were one of the very first JDHQ things that I did. Colour sticks were one of the most popular art supplies I've had in the big box stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and that whole factory burnt down. And of course I don't have my things there anymore. I concentrate on les exclusives, and these are just even better than the colour sticks. Like the colour sticks looked like lipsticks, absolutely gorgeous. I should grab a set. I don't like looking at them actually because sort of I feel a pang of sadness, but you know, every cloud has a silver lining, and the marzipan twists are just You'll see. Are just so good for what I want to do. And someone asked me a question, can you use them on the clear stamps? And I thought, well, let's give it a try. I've got, like I said in the background, I've got the watercolour gesso in the background. And just so we've covered it, we've done it, we might just, this is watercolour gesso here, if you wanted to see this video with lots of different inks. This is watercolour gesso here, and what watercolour gesso does is helps watercolour retain extra detail, but you can of course use acrylic over it as well, because acrylic loves acrylic. This is an acrylic. But other things you can do to not turn a paper into watercolour paper, nothing really will do that. You can get like pulp kind of watercolour stuff, but it's not the same as watercolour paper, and everything has its wheelhouse, right? But what this can help with is, this is one of my favourite journals. It's called the Smooth Operator. It has gold trim at the side. It's very painted. But it's not a watercolour paper, so it only can take so much water. And it's brilliant for drawing especially, and for detail, coloured pencil. But if we add this, it's okay with watercolour, but not too much, and not too much at once. If we add this, you can then just set and forget. You can just forget about what the paper can do. You could just do whatever you like. You could also use my normal gesso. It's just, this is, watercolour love in particular just loves this even more. Here, this is paper, clear collage medium, watercolour gesso, and opaque white gesso. And I just did a video about this the other day where I've covered it as well. But this watercolour gesso helps the watercolour to hold detail, which can sometimes be a challenge. It sort of depends on the surface, how much detail. It's got nothing to do with the paint, nothing to do with the artist. It's the surface itself, and every single paper is a little bit different. Even how humid it is can affect the amount of detail that it holds on paper, right? And how wet it is, all that sort of thing. But if you can see here, it just holds its detail. And because it is white, it also makes colours appear lovely and bright. So it's just another tool in your kit, a lovely, rather wonderful tool. So you just dip your brush in. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's just like a paint. It's too thick. It's thicker than the watercolour gesso. It's not quite suitable for that type of bottle. It has to be in a little jar. And just when you open it, sometimes you'll get some little crumbs, like I just got a little crumb there. But, oh, it's just wonderful. There's this size and a bigger size. And I keep this little one on my desk, and I just refill it whenever I feel the need to. Okay. We've done that now. So I might use all of these different bodies. I could also use one of the stamp bodies as well. And just having a look at how everyone's going. Hey, Kerry. Oh, thank you for helping, Kerry. Kerry is our moderator, and she'll help keep us all safe. And also, if you've got questions, and I'm concentrating here, she knows everything, so we can answer. And there's other people here in the stream that know everything as well, because they are fabulous Davin peeps, and we all like to help each other, right? Okay, so what are we doing first? So this will be, again, that little bit of a bobblehead situation. I'm going to do this body. This is going to be, she might not quite fit. It might be a tip-to-toe situation, but, well, let's just try. Let's just do it. And should we do the new Louis Vuitton boots that look like a lady in high heels with socks? I saw it on, in today's episode of I'm Rich, You're Poor. So Shavaz says on Instagram, that makes me laugh so much. I like it when he does the ice, people doing ice videos. So, okay, with this, I'm going to go in green because this stamp is Artemis, and Artemis is the huntress, goddess, ancient Greece, but it's just a lady, right? Doesn't really matter who, what the inspiration is. So I'm just going to put in this green. I haven't wet the stamp at all yet. I don't need to with these. And I don't have to colour it all in. I can just colour in what it is that I want. So having said that, I shall remove some of this. I'm just going to get, baby white might be the way to go. This little thing is the Art Clutch, and I just refill it from a big bulk pack of baby wipes. I need to create a little bit of space for a neck, and I don't, I can draw on another scarf. But I don't have to have, I can do, I'm just going to change it up a little. Different shoes. Not quite the Louis Vuitton, but you have to look them up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please look them up. They are leather boots with like skin colour and, well, 2 shades of skin colour they've done. Better than just 1 shade, I guess. And then the boot, it's like an optical illusion. It's so funny, so strange. I'm just going to add a couple of different little tones on there just for fun. I can colour in on this. So she's going to be wearing, I've got a little tunic. Maybe she's Robin Hood. She's going to steal those boots. Oh, we can get quite detailed, really. This is this beautiful surface that's going to allow me to do it. Right, so I've got that. Then we can give our little Missy a Missy mister. So I'm wafting her like I would with, I might put her on this side actually. And, where are you, darling? Just going to pop that down there. And I come down a little bit. Hopefully I've put enough water on there. Just get a bit of a little peek. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I don't like the blue that I did in between her legs. Looks like she's had an accident. Oh well. It's the next fashion collection. We have the fake legs, and in the next one we have the you've had a moment. I'm just trying to, because this is water soluble as well, but I prefer the stamped look. Oh, well, too late now if that was back in time. It's quite fun to live vicariously, so I would never wear green leggings, but my art can, and it's got bows on them as well. And I'll just let that dry actually. Now let's do, might even, just for fun, I'm going to give it another little spray because I've got enough ink on there to do something else. Oh, look, she's going to melt. It's going to run a little bit, okay, the water. So, well, I might pop her here. It's a different look entirely because the, oh, and a little bit of the old, our paint is even staying up in there. it's a different look because this doesn't have the watercolour gesso. So isn't that interesting? Okay, I love this little soft look, and also that this had a bit more water on it too. Rightio then. Got one of these. And which face? I'll just have a little look. No, it must have to be around this way. Wouldn't that be a bit fun? And I could do the wings again. Oh, I'm into those. Or I could draw some wings. Or I could do something a little bit fun. Catwoman. Do you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just having fun. I'm just playing, and where is my ink pad? I've got lots of other colours I could stamp in, but this is where we're going. Oh, and I must test. So I'll give her a little bit of a neck. There we go. Ah! Oh, right. This was sitting under it and I just didn't get it. Look how good the impression is. Poopsie doodle. Well, I can see where the ink has been. So I'm just going to take that ink off there. Poopsie doodle being a... move out the way, please, everybody. Let's do this again. Yes, if the stamp can actually have contact with the paper, it always works out a little better. And her pants have run off. Because this is acrylic though, I can just do this and reinstate such a thing. Okay, so she's going to be a little bit Christmas, and I might pop, I think we have one of Santa's elves about to join us. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what's about to happen. This is Catnip, the Santa elf. And should we try the, I don't know if this will work. Let's try. It's just a matter of if I can get this to stick on. So I've got a little bit of green. I might get this darker green here in the folds as well. Oh yeah, I think it's going to work. Will it hold the detail? I don't know. Now, for the white, that's not going to show up on this white here, so I'm better do cream. And I'm not sure if this is going to work. Is it sticking on or just on the edges? We shall find out in a moment together. Maybe some gold fur. It'll be a light colour anyway. Maybe if I try it, a little bit of light blue fur. So I'll mist this again. Again, I don't want too much, just enough to activate. And, oh, it's not going to fit on very well. Get these out of the way, I've learnt this time. Excuse me. But if I put this over this way, let's just see. This is an experiment. Oh, okay. Well, can't really see what it is there, I must say. But I think this is worth, I'm just going to do one more little test. Because watercolour on these sorts of things is just meh. But I just want to test one more. So I'm going to put it on. Let's have this face, and then we can put the stamp over the top, and we might have a bit of colour underneath it or something. So what colour am I doing this little guy? I'm just going to try weird colours, okay? I'm just going to colour him purple. Marzipan twist. So that colour is Frutti di Bosco. It's Italian, so I'm not confident enough to say Frutti di Bosco. She did it. And, oh, I think we might head off to the new Hunger Games movie. Did anyone else read the book? Sort of the origins of President Snow. It's very good. I loved the Hunger Games books. Absolutely loved them. Still some of my favourite books. Okay, right. Let's just see. I'm expecting sort of a smeary impression. Oh, now I've got a problem over here. Houston, we have a problem. Oh, is anyone else watching For All Mankind? So good. Yeah, I couldn't get my acrylic block down, but I think this is something you could play around with, and this might just be another art supply you could try with your stamps. Might be better for like on a more abstractish shape. The eyes look absolutely crazy. I'm going to let that dry though, she says as she reaches for a brush and definitely doesn't let it dry. And I'm just going to lift off a little bit of paint. I could get layer cake actually, but just so this one actually has a little bit of colour underneath it, because I'll put this stamp over the top, but I'll let this dry in the meantime. I'm just going to leave that crazy cat face there, and let's grab another. Oh no, I don't need that, I need this. I'm going to use this, the Aphrodite, and this one is the green, so I might do this one in turquoises and purples maybe, but again just colouring all over that art foamy. The scale's going to be a bit different, but we're just playing. And then I could come back later and do that. I'll give her arms though as well, and neck. So we've got Ancient Greece meets Richard Scarry. Did you like those as a kid? I loved the Richard Scarry books as a kid, where the butcher would drive around a car that looked like sausages, and the baker had a shop, you know, it would be a cat that had a shop that looked like a ice bun. Adding in a few other colours there. I'll just give that another little spray. Let's see what we get now. It's not, it probably is better to do this first because I can't see through her head, so I'm just guessing that this will be in the right spot, but it's just playtime. Oh, Thea's peeking in during work. Oh, it's just fun. Oh, okay, so I had black ink on there, black marzipan twist on there before, but that's all right. She's got a lovely dark skin. But okay, and then I'll add, this isn't dry yet, but this is a waterproofing. Let's just see what happens. This might smear a little bit. I'm just cleaning off my stamp. And before that dries, it's water media anyway, but I'll just come in here and just make that her skin tone. Actually, it is a little bit Hunger Games, isn't it? Remember the lady that looked half like a cat? The costume, the stylist that hid them. I might even take a little bit off that. Just add a little here, just to say we have a leg situation. This is very weird. Now I've got, if I use a smaller one even, and this little stamp pad I have here is a little prototype for something that's coming a little later in the year. Well, next year. Earlier in the year? Oh, nearly tricked me again, didn't you, Marzipan Twist, trying to playing your games? Oh. What a strange situation. I did also, this isn't dry enough quite yet. These on the Marzipan Twist before they're set, no. It's a hard no. But what might be okay is LTQ. Now, I don't remember putting, oh, there she is. Don't remember putting it away. It's because I didn't, it's in the wrong spot, but it was in the right spot as it turned out. Okay, so we do have the start of these little fellows, or ladies, whoever they are, and I'm going to go like this. And I think we've got fluffy little, this is Santa's helpers, right? They're making all the pet toys for Christmas. So they will need collars, right? Because it's cold up in the North Pole. Because all the good little dogs and cats need a little bit of a Christmas cheer too, don't they? Okay. Furry trim, yes. Furry trim on the little fetching 3/4 clam diggers. And some little bows on the shoes. I think we need a little bit of a ruffle here. I'll put white in there later. And what about, should we try and do a little cap? Might just do a little one like this. Kind of like the one I was going to stamp, but just a bit smaller, and I will pop that paint in. Now, what she's doing, I don't know. You're going to freeze in the snow, love. So you are just a crazy cat. Maybe she's the supervisor. What colour can I use to really make this stand out? Is this dry enough? Not quite, but oh, this will be for this. Okay. So almost using this like a liquid paper just to add some white in here and block out whatever's underneath. This isn't quite dry, so it's going to smear around a bit, but that'll be fine because then it'll have a little bit of a grey undertone, and then when I come back over it'll be nice and white. Just take that black, see how I've got black ink on it? Just don't want that on there. So when you're at home, don't you do this. You be perfect and you just wait until everything's dry and before you start with the shenanigans, okay? Thank you. So I think she needs a big bow around her neck. Oh, he needed that pussy bow, but anyway. There is a pussy bow. Here we go. Oh, but I've got a big floppy bow. Oh, actually no. See, this is more a pussy bow, these ones. Why it is called a pussy bow, I don't know. We could just go all out. She might say, oh, she's wrapped like it. She is the gift. She is the present. This is what she's telling all of us. I am the present. We will roll our eyes. Okay, so I feel like I've played around with this nonsense enough. And once that's totally dry, I can come in with a little bit of watercolour and just make sure this is all... I can add more colour, do whatever I want, of course. Let me just see questions. Yeah, so these are all on the website. This is Tiger Tim and Shmoo. Now this is part of my collection with use your words, Jane. Creative expressions. I was secretly so proud of myself for putting the stamps away that I stopped talking to you. Sorry about that. But that is what happened. It's a true story. And I can't just stop. Hang on. Because I didn't end up adding the bow. And the bow is ridiculous. I really want to add one there and on her head. Oh, stop it. Can you imagine how much fun this would be to do with a little kid? I am a little kid, all right. So most of you probably. Oh my gosh, I'm enjoying myself too much. This shouldn't be legal. Okay. If I waited for that to dry, I won't smear it, but I'm too impatient. I'm a ridiculous person. And I had a lot of fun drawing all of these things. Now, I should, if I'm a good person, put that to bed nice and clean, so the next time I go to use it, I don't have some black permanent ink ready to smear everywhere. Now I feel virtuous because I cleaned my art tools. This is why art's so good. You can feel, you do a little bit of organisation, your life feels more organised. It sort of has a knock-on effect. Do a little bit of hygiene of the art supplies as you go, and I just feel, like I said, virtuous. Like I take care of things, and it's just a little micro joy, a micro joy. An easily accessible micro joy that has little ripple effects and lifts the heart. Now what else? Well, I think I'll just do something else completely. Or should Zorro's sitting there. I better just put Zozzy on there. I'm just going to quickly do this, and then I can stop being silly, okay? Or not. Oh, and I was going to put ink over that. Now the other thing that is a little bit crazy is I've got the watercolour gesso, so I've got different surfaces, I've got all sorts of different things happening, and actually, I won't put that there. I'm going to put this randomly here somewhere. Zozzy can be here. This is watercolour gesso as well. Oh, I'm going to put him here. My little Zozos. My sweet little Zozzy. Look at that face. It's just a happy little scamp. Okay. And then we can Christmas it up as well, if we so desire. I can put a full Father Christmas beard on. I can give him a little Christmas jacket. Seriously, it's, I don't know, 30 something degrees. It's very hot here in Australia where I am. And at the local store with the Christmas display, they had ugly Christmas sweaters there. Whoever is wearing those needs to be arrested because it's too hot. That's just crazy. Oh, I wonder if I did that upside down. But look, I can give him a little Father Christmas beard. Give him a little collar. Oh, I love him with the collar and the Harry Potter glasses. And give him little flower earphones. Anyway, or a tie. If he's heading off to work, a crown, paper crown. Mistletoe makes him Christmas. There's popcorn. Yeah, stop it. Come on. Right. Okay. Watercolour gesso. So this is happening. I do not know what's happening here. No one does. It's a mystery to us all. What I am going to do, I might just give this a quick little spritz. So this is just one of the felt sprayers that I'm using. I love them because the mist is very fine, and I don't know, I just like it. So that's the Welcome Matte watercolours. This is the colour library that we had the other day. I'm actually going to give this a little clean here. I've got old colour mixes. I might just give myself a fresh slate. And I could give that a little activation too. Have you got any questions for me? I'll have a little look. Yes, Debbie, ugly Christmas swimsuits. Oh, and there were plenty of those, don't worry. Managed to get Angus an ugly Christmas t-shirt. Actually, it was pretty cute. It's a Snoopy one, so it wasn't that bad. Okay, now please ignore this. Do you know what? Let's not ignore it. Let's, we're on the watercolour gesso, so let's and we've got her the basics, but I'm going to put a strap on her so she's not in ancient Greece. This is going to activate a little, and I'm going to give her a bubble skirt. For a minute there I thought I was going to get serious, and then I forgot. But I'm not a serious person. Now, because this is so strange, I think it's a good idea just to try and make it as weird and ugly as I can. Because strangely, when you set your mind in that, say if you've created something that's just, it's come very easy and it's just, you know, just having fun, with no goal, no motive other than to simply have fun, sometimes then just wonderful things happen. Not always, sometimes things just stay as they are, but you never know. Now, if I can get these two to connect in some way, I'm just going to warm her skin tone up a little bit. Mind you, she could be a black cat. But I just thought this isn't, hopefully this is dry enough under here. So I'll leave her muzzle white, but I'll add a little bit of this sort of tabby colour on from the watercolour. And actually this is better than the welcome mats, because the welcome mats do have a little bit of opacity to them. And they would cover up the stamp. And I've got a little bit of that old stamp underneath here, and this bit of, hopefully the ink in the stamp itself is dry enough now. Just to knock that back a little bit. And I do have a little bit of that white happening. I might use my trashed one. So I've got her little white muzzle, and then let's give this little Kit Kat some colour as well. And on the artwork that's on the stamp set, I've got a variety of little cats. So I'm sort of going for this sort of tabby cat here. So I might add a little bit more of the brown. Give that a little bit of definition around the eye. Because realism. But I love this turquoisey grey, light grey that I've got happening for this one. So I'm going to put a little bit of that, and I'm going to pop, and I'm going to neutralise that a little. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this orange. These are complementary colours. And I'll get a neutral greyish. I'm going to add a bit more blue into that, just to tamp it down just a little. And it's still too blue. I'm going to even add a little bit of that brown in there. It's just looking green. Oh well. Actually, I'm going to go my dark blue. Yeah. A green cat? What? That's ridiculous. Clearly ridiculous. Everything else here is just so truthful. Gosh, that blue is so beautiful. I'm going to come over with paint pens after all is said and done there. Very odd. Okay, right. I've scratched enough of that itch for me to just ignore it now and move on somewhere else. I totally just lied then, because the eye part of that stamp just hasn't turned out clearly enough. So of course, putting black ink pen into wet watercolour is always a great idea. Good one, Jane. Keep going. Push your luck as hard as you can. They're catfluencers. They're catfluencing you. Okay. Jane, do you make sprays from the fairy dust pigments? No, no. You can make sprays from they're very, very twinkly, and this is the trade-off. The more twinkly and sparkly, the less likely they are to be able to go through a spray, because it's just the little fixtures are too fine and the sprinkle just can't get out. So Star Power, let's put Star Power on here. We've already gone crazy. Let's just keep going. Or should I pick a colour that at least coordinates? Oh, this is one of my favourite things in life. So this is Star Power ink, and the twinkle, this is, you can see it from the stars, from the heavens above. This is very, very twinkly ink. The twinkliest absolutely cannot go through a spray, except for the gold, because I used a different type of sparkle. It's not as sparkly, but it's gold. So gold, in my opinion, as the creative director, it doesn't need it's already doing the most. These colours need the big to lift up to the gold, so that all of the star powers are equal, okay? But gold is gold. It's just, it is what it is, and this you can put through a sprayer, but none of the other star powers. The fairy dust can't go through a spray. It goes through everything else. You can even put it in a fountain pen and you'll get the twinkle will get its way through, but not the sprayers. The sprayer, it's such a tiny little thing, what do you call that, hole that it's got to get through. No. And if it's a bigger hole, then it's just a squirter, not a mister. And we don't want the squirting of the ink, we want misting. So no, but pigment pebbles, not as sparkly as fairy dust. They're more of a shimmer, but these can get through the mister bottles. So Mister Friendly. The other one that I have that is Mister Friendly is Twinkle Toes. That has a beautiful fine sparkle glimmer, not sparkle in it. This is sparkle. Let's do this. And I wonder what will happen. I don't think this will work, but should we just do it anyway? Why not? Let's live life to the full. I just want to see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of Josephine, named for Josephine Baker, who was just an incredible person, incredible entertainer. Very famous. She was American, but very, very famous in Paris. She loved Paris. Paris loved her. She was major. Major. I don't know if she was as big as a star in America. I actually don't know her full story, to be honest. So we have another cat here. And oh, he's got a ugly sweater on, purple. But look at the glitter. I mean, who's calling who ugly? Rude. This is what this one's saying. Rude. How dare you call my Gucci designer jumper ugly? You have no taste. Oh, I'm just going to use this as a stamp pad. So the purple ink will get all over. I don't know if the sparkle will get all over it. I'm just going to put an eye there just for the sake of it. That was one of the art foamies. So this is her little blouson. And she can't believe you called it ugly. You called it ugly. I didn't say that. Someone else said that. It wasn't me. It's her. Or her maybe. She's off to work for Father Christmas. She thinks she's Christmas. Kittymas. Okay, well she's got a skirt on. She's gone the full matchy poo, and because it's it is what it is, she's got the Marilyn Monroe pink, star power. So this is very, very blinding. The colour choices and the ink. I was really just meaning the sparkle. But it's very nice on the watercolour gesso, I must say. And then this is actually polka dotted. But it's fashion. And it's art. She's about to tell you. It's art. And so her eyes are as well. And she's definitely wearing those skin-coloured boots underneath, even though she's a cat. And there's another Planet of the Apes coming, speaking of animals doing human things. Right, so we'll let that dry. This is a watercolour ink. And there's, oh, look at these colours together. Oh, I didn't use the gold. Well, she obviously is wearing a crown. She's got a tiara. And because I can, that's why that just happened. And speaking of pigment pebbles, this is that one I melted on camera last week. Let's have a look. Oh, someone's catty's not well, I hope so. Okay. Yes, she is camouflaged as a bird. She has wings as well. Oh, I know what this is about. I know the perfect caption for this. Oh my gosh, I just made the most beautiful colour on the planet. Yeah, we're celebrating something in particular right here. The silly season is in full effect. Oh, this will be a good prompt for mermaids. Silly season, because see, you see? Can you help me remember that, Kerry, if you're watching? That could be a fun prompt for mermaid. Okay, And now we are justified with whatever silliness is happening. All right. That was a crown. I'll let all that dry off, and I might still just come over with that stamp, pop that over her. She hasn't got an arm. Her arms were sort of behind her body. I'll sort that out later. Now that will probably take a little while to dry. The pink, there's just ultra glitter in her. We just need to let that all dry off. Craziness. Okay. Not a very good demonstration, to be honest, of watercolour gesso. And I'm not saying I might not paint completely over everything, but I might. Probably will. Now this has no watercolour gesso, but this has lots of other gesso in it. Pigment pebbles. Oh, remember her? That was the Atlantis. That was another day of silliness. It just happens every so often, you know. This was Halloween. Was it? I can't remember now. Might have been Halloween. Oh, she's nice. That's aqua pastels. Paint over pens. Okay. Would you apply star power the same way on any other papers or only over the gesso? Oh no, dry it on everything. How quickly will it dry? It does take a little bit longer to dry than on gesso. Inks can sometimes take a long time to dry. It's just, it just depends on the gesso and how absorbent it is. But we can put it over this gesso. We can put it over just normal paper. It'll be like mermaid marker. It might sink into the page, into the paper a little bit differently. What I've actually got here is, this is a prototype of the smooth operator paper, and they put it in a green cover, which was a bit wrong. So I've covered it in some cute fabric, and I just used my matte medium to put a different cover on it, because the green cover tells me it's a different journal, and I just thought that looked kind of cool. But then this sort of lets it sit with this other smooth operator journal. So this is that smooth operator paper. So I'll just put something in here then, this star power, rather than put it straight on the paper itself. Let's put it on, and I'm just pulling up some of that ink. Oh, do you want to see something special, a secret? Would you like to see a secret? Do I have it here? No, I don't. Where is it? Hang on, hang on. Look, I've got a little something to show you. For those of you that are... We've got the new Skincare Magic Wands box. If you had the first one, you'll know it didn't have a coloured box. And so these are just coming out. They're such good pencils. We might use these now, actually. So good. So good. They've got a thicker core. They're just fabulous for what they do. This is perfection. And yeah. If you're coming to the end of your Skincare Magic Wands, you're going to get the new trend. The pencils are the same. fabulous things. The distractions. Okay, so I've got my Star Power ink here. I'm just going to, oh, look at that sparkle. Can you see that? Yeah, because you've got the full-on light, sometimes you can't. Now let's just do a little loose. So this is not a watercolour paper, this is the Smooth Art card in the Smooth Operator paper. So it's going to sink into it a little, especially in its full dose. We've got the full dose here, like the Mermaid marker paper. So you can see it sinking in where it's got dark, see where it's really thick there? It's almost showing through, not quite. Don't panic at this point. Don't ever panic about that. Just let it dry. That's just where the paper is ultra saturated. Oh, look at this. And this is where I've added, I haven't got the paint so, the ink so thick. I'm just adding a little bit of water to it. And I can use this almost like a little shading colour, even though it's just monotone. The ink, the eyes are going to be just... Oh, she's got very sad eyes. I don't know what she's been up to. Have you been reading the news, love? Oh, don't do that. You'll feel very sad about humanity. But then just go and look at the sheldrick, the elephants. This is what I do on Instagram. Just have a little cheer up. It's not always good news, mind you, but today they let some of the 6 of the orphans from the neonatal, the infant unit, have been let into the next level up, and they've made it without their mums. They've made these beautiful elephants. They've made it in the wild, and they're off on their next part of their adventure. But they still get their bottles. I've decided I must go there. And you can go and visit in Kenya. Beautiful country. Okay. Oh, the sparkle just makes me so happy. Now this will just look purple on screen, but if I can, you can see the Star Power. The trick for me to be able to show it to you is to get it off the screen so you can see the contrast. So on here it's going to dry pretty quickly, but on a gesso surface, or if it's really, really thick, it's got to cure, and it has to, the juices have to evaporate. Now I'm going to use a bit of Dorothy. So this is a name for Dorothy Dandridge, just another one of these beautiful starlets. Rather than using the black, which is the Audrey, I'm going in with this first. Oh, my brush was a bit wet, so I didn't get the full impact of the ink that I wanted. So I'm going in with a little more. There we go. So this is the most beautiful ink for lettering. might even bring this down on this side of his face just to throw that into shadow. I need to bring her ear out a little bit. It's a bit too far over that way. And let's use this ink here up. Again, I'm not on the watercolour paper, but I just have to see where it's got double wetness. That's where it's going to do this dark business. That's just the paper saying, hang on, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute to collect myself and to deal with what it is that you're doing to me right now. And I will hold place, is all it's saying, hold place. Oh, okay, well, seeing as I dropped that, I did some drops, may as well do some more. But I will just give that a little cabriolet, and then we'll be able to actually see the sparkle. Just pushing her eye that way and that eye that way a little bit as I add a little bit of depth here. Well, what fun I've had today. Thank you for joining me. I just brought these out. Just I could go on and on forever. I promise I won't. I'll stop in a minute. Apologies. It's just sometimes it's hard to stop. Sometimes it really is. Her eyes look freaky without the... Oh, that's my trashed one. Oh, she's nice and trashed now. I think I'll use this. This is the musical marker. Oh, I think I can hear Angus getting ready to go windsurfing. Oh, that's good. Because he loves it. I've been having all this fun doing what I love to do. Everyone should be able to do what they want to do, right? Okay, now I might go in with this metallic grey. For eyelashes. I might come in over the top as well. Just like this. I'm just having fun. Okay, well, goodness me, watercolour gesso. Oh, I mean, I was going to use these and I pulled them out and didn't use them at all. I can do them. Oh, how about I do this? That's the wrong pink. That's the wrong pink. No, okay, no, this is what we're doing. So these are from the skincare. This is Innovated and Flushed. But this paper is fantastic for pencils. Ooh, oh no, we're dry enough. We'll get our mixed media happening. It's so funny, I think, when I've got sparkle almost as the underpainting, because, you know, usually that you finish off with a little bit of that. Well, that's how it would traditionally be done, but no, why? What? Who cares about tradition? In this sense, there is no tradition. But it does make me laugh a little at myself. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, hey? Okay, well, we've been on a journey to, I'm not sure where, but it's been a journey. Okay. Yes, so Penny, you're going to turn it into, well, it's not turning it into watercolour paper, but it's turning it into a surface that watercolour enjoys and loves. Helps you get a little bit more control over watercolour in some aspects, but it's different on others. So it's especially good if you want to lift off highlights and that sort of thing too, because you can really remove it because it's an acrylic. I'm just having a look through the comments in case there's something I can help you with. Oh, Jenny says these are the only inks she doesn't have. Well, Jenny, at some point, it will be. Yes. I'm just having a look through comments. Sorry. So, just to make sure I haven't forgotten, not ignoring anybody, that I'm answering questions as best that I'm able. Do you know the gold of her eyes just isn't cutting it? It's just not cutting it at all. So I'm going to, I think we need something a bit more vibrant. That's not it either. Maybe it needs to be a different colour. I think it needs to be more green, like green, green, green. Let's see. Oh, yes. Purple and green is a very nice combination because they're both secondary colours, and like an emeraldy jade green and a bluey purple, or a mossy green and a warm purple, like a, that can be nice too, like a more like a violet. Well, there's barking. That means Angus is about to appear, I think, to tell me, because Jess is just out there. And she doesn't leave his side for a second. It's like my voice. So I'm going to go, and everything I've shown you, of course, is available at janedavenport.com. And, yes, fun. So tomorrow, creative paper pattern washi tape. Oh, yes, again. We use a stencil too, because I can show you how they coordinate with the stencils as well. So have a great day. And what class would you suggest on my site? Oh, a cup of tea and a biscuit. Thanks, guys. Are you getting ready to go windsurfing? Yeah. Okay, just hang on 1 minute. Okay. I'm just answering one question. This class I would start with is, I almost say layer cake, because it's got all the backgrounds, all of my art supplies. That's a good one. Actually, it's not all my art supplies, because I didn't have my full collection and didn't have layer cake actual paint then. But it's just a system of layering. Or if you really want to draw faces, beautiful faces that goes with the book, that's a really good one. If you're scared of drawing and you need to start from drawing scratch, draw happy. Or if you want to know all about art supplies, me. But if you love mermaids, then do vitamin C. If you love watercolour, Wonderland, because that's all about watercolour. And if you wanted to use all sorts of different art supplies, but all Jane art supplies, and you like drawing, and you maybe like a little bit of ancient history, then Gods and Monsters, that was the most recent one. That's a fabulous workshop. Or if you love Alice, oh no, you said that one, that's watercolour. Alice in Wonderland is watercolour. That's Wonderland. Or if you want to draw figures, there's fabulous figures. But like, it's a bit of an open-ended question. What class would you start with on your site? I think it just depends on your interest, because any of them you'll be able to cope with because of the nature of the way that I teach. And it's just a matter of what it is that you, what sings to you the most. But yeah, if you love mermaids, do one about mermaids. If you love fairies, then join all that's the Fairy Tales workshop. They've all got face drawing. They've all got a little bit of figure drawing. If you love animals, Whimsical and Wild. If you love Frida Kahlo, the Viva La Vida workshop is fabulous too. The answer is just pick intuitively which subject kind of makes you think, oh, that's what I resonate with that. I like it. But yes. I hope I didn't confuse you further. But you're in safe hands. It doesn't really matter what you start with. They're all good. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll get my husband off on his windsurfing journey.